Now another new thing I bought for the pond is a new solar fountain pump. I could use this as a floating solar fountain in the pond, and I might still do that, but I did buy it with the idea in mind of using it on my little waterfall water feature, which gives me a nice tinkling sound of water all day, and also runs into a box filter. So here is the wire off the solar panel. It screws onto this to make a nice waterproof seal. It's quite a nice long wire. Here is the pump. It is a floating collar, so the idea is you put the pump onto that floating collar and you push the fountain heads in the top and run it as a fountain in the pond. So I might do that for a day or two just for a bit of fun, and then I'll change it to running the water feature. So you get a few little bits and pieces to go with this. There's the little extender to make the thing a reasonable length. Don't know how that goes on. Which end goes on which? It goes like that. Okay, so that must go over here. Tight though it is, it must go over here. There we go. Yeah. So that goes over there like that, and then you put onto the top of it whichever one of these heads you want, depending on how high you want the fountain to go and how fine you want the pattern to be. So there's several of these. Some of them got bigger holes than others. That should result in a slightly thicker but slightly lower fountain of water. This option, which is just a thing that shoots straight up, and this one which just has a few big holes in it. So you've got quite a choice of different ends you can put on here, yeah, I better read the instructions before I put it together. So it tells you how to take it apart for cleaning. That's useful to know. Regular clean pump will increase the life of the fountain. Yes, you take it apart and you clean the bits and pieces. I've had to do that. So one of the things I've just noticed is that this is keyed so that you can only plug it into the thing the right way round. Obviously you want the motor to run the right way, otherwise it's not going to work properly. As far as I can see, you don't get a ground spike with this. You do get a couple of tie wraps that you can use to tie wrap it onto something. There we are, still running. It won't quite fit, unfortunately, on the pipe for the fountain. The pipe's too big, it just slides off again. But I have got some more pipe coming which should hopefully fit on it, and then I'll be able to try it with the waterfall, which is what I really wanted to use it with. It really does look like quite a powerful pump, more powerful than any of the ones I've had before. Found a way to do it. There we are, it's pumping the water through my water feature. And what I did was I took the float off it, I put that little spout that the fountain fits on, and pushed the pipe over that, and it's a nice tight fit over that, so that's quite satisfactory. So I'm going to take the other pump out of the way and keep it as a spare, and leave this one running. See the cloud cover we've got at the moment? Well, my new fountain pump is still feeding my water feature quite nicely, and we haven't had the sun out properly all day, so it must be that it's getting enough charge from the watery sun that's coming through the cloud. Running the fountain for a couple of weeks now, and it is very good, and it normally does a little bit more than you can see in that clip there when the sun's shining brightly, and it carries on running for a while once the sun's no longer falling on the panel. In fact, it normally carries on till nightfall, when it automatically turns off to conserve battery power for the next day.